Is it our job as men to chase after women? This is probably the question that has been asked a lot of times, but the answer has never really been broken down. So I wanted to do that in today's video. Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me as I've been going through my journey as a nomad. And now you're probably seeing me as I'm going through the second phase of my life, now as a newly single person after the passing of my wife. And one of the things that I wanted to do is open up and share some of my information that I've learned through education, professional development, marriage counseling, all of these things that helped me to build a happy, healthy relationship. And why not share it with you too? So let's go ahead and get into today's video. Should men chase women? And the short answer to this question is no. I know a lot of women have been taught a man should chase after you. He should be showing you he's interested each and every day. And a lot of men have been taught that, oh, even if a woman isn't really showing interest in you, just chase after her. You can wear her down. You can break away her defenses. And this just isn't the thing you're supposed to do. You should never chase after someone who does not truly want to be with you. Everyone has their personal preference. And some people just not interested in other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the beautiful thing about this world. And that's the beautiful thing about relationships. One man's treasure is another man's one man's trash is another man's treasure, and vice versa. A woman that may not appreciate this one man, the next woman may love on him and dote on him for the rest of her life. And I think we need to start becoming more comfortable with being alone. So many of us have been taught once you're in the relationship, well, let's get back out there. Let's get back out there. No, this is the problem. A lot of us are not learning from the actual mistakes of relationships. And so when we're just chasing after someone, we're not really understanding, one, what are the pattern of behaviors that we have that may be incorrect? And two, what are the things and the qualities that we truly want out of a partner? Most people, when you ask them, what are you looking for in a partner? Loyalty. What the hell is loyalty? Respect. What does respect mean? What does it look like? Like, anybody can say I'm loyal, I'm respectful, I'm disciplined, but what does it look like in actions? And that is where people are not taking the time to really understand how to get into a proper relationship. If you're wanting someone who's loyal, respectful, disciplined, all of these different things, then someone who is giving you the cold shoulder that is not showing you any interest is not showing you that in actions. It doesn't matter who they are, what type of profession they have, or how good they look. Actions will always trump any physical characteristic or any monetary characteristics that they have. It doesn't matter how rich a person is or how poor a person is. If their character is a certain way, that's who they are. You're not going to change them. And this is where I think a lot of men and women are messing up in this modern dating scene. We're being told that, oh, you can change someone. You cannot change anybody. The only person that can change someone is that person. I can only change me. You can only change you, and so forth. Like, do not try to change someone, especially by chasing them and showing them, oh, see how I'm worthy of you. No, do not ever do that. You're setting yourself up to be used, and you're setting yourself up for heartache. Because one of the biggest things that I'm seeing when a lot of people are just, especially with guys, when they're just chasing after a woman, they're throwing money at her. And then when the money starts drying up or things get a little tight, oh, she's a gold digger. She's a gold digger. No, you was chasing her with money. She's not a gold digger. She's just not interested in you. She was interested in your money. She wasn't interested in you. And there's nothing wrong with that. So you need to go find someone that is interested in you. And so what are the things that you should probably be looking for? When you're talking to someone, do time just pass by? Like hours pass by and it feel like minutes. When you're having that type of conversation, that's a true connection. That's someone that you're actually really vibing with. Like when people say vibing, that is a real thing. Like that means your frequencies are coming together and you're just in sync, literally in sync. And when you find those type of relationships, you're not spending money. This is what people don't get. And then two is a two-part one. change the places where you're meeting people. And on top of that, change the places you go for first dates. This is just my opinion. Your first date should be either free or it should be less than 20 US dollars. And so what do I mean by that? It should be in a neutral public place. Remember, if you two don't really know each other, there's no point in being in your house. No woman should know where you live. You shouldn't know where she lives. Y'all, in this day now of car service where it's readily available, everyone can take a car service to a neutral location. And that's why I say 20 US dollars. 20 US dollars, you can probably afford car service, especially if you're overseas, for both of you. And as the guy, you should pay it. I'm just going to say that. I know a lot of guys don't like that, but you should just pay the car service, guys. It's your job if you want to take a woman's time and utilize it. You should be making sure, one, she arrived to you safely and she arrived back safely. That's just hands down. That's something as men we need to be doing, and we need to be speaking more about that. Paying for car service for a woman is not a bad thing, by the way. And then two, on top of that, meeting in a neutral place, taking the car service. Or if you want to go out to a place, don't take a first date to a fancy restaurant. That makes no sense. Do not take someone to some fancy steakhouse, a fancy 5-star restaurant. You take them to a coffee place. Take them to a place where you can get brunch or just, maybe some little tea cakes or something that you can have with coffee. And you have a discussion. Like, you need to be able to talk. I understand why a lot of women do not want to do movie as a first date, because yes, it's something that's taking both of your attention. You're not really getting to know each other. So I say do that on like a second or third date. But for first date, go to a nice little brunch place, little coffee place. Don't go to no fancy restaurant, or meet in a neutral location where you're just walking around. There's so many public parks, not zoos, but sorry, I'm thinking here in Africa, because there's so many places where you can just go see different animals, like the reptile. There's a reptile place here. There's waterfalls here, all these different things. And so depending on your location, you may need to research some of this stuff, but go to an art exhibit, museums, like all of these different things that you can do, because it shouldn't be about money. It should be about building the connection together. And I just wanted to share that with you. This is going to be a quick video, not a long one. And if you have any other suggestions on some great date ideas for first dates, leave them down below in the comments. And if you have any questions more about, like, okay, how can I get out of the chasing scene and start really just trying to get more compatible, find a woman that's more compatible for me, just ask questions down below, man. One of the things that we got to start doing is, man, we got to feel safe to ask questions. Asking questions does not mean you're lacking anything or you're less than. It just means you're wanting to gather more information to have a better understanding. And I feel like one of the best ways to actually get a better understanding, especially when it comes to relationships, is talking to people who had successful relationships or talking to people that are currently in a successful relationship. And so I just wanted to leave that little nugget with you today. Have a great day. And just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple.